This is Jimmy. Jimmy has no friends because Jimmy cannot start a fire.
Aha, you can't make fire. What a screw.
I'm Benny Mays, and do I have the product for you? Not only will you stay warm and have light to see through the darkness, but you'll be the coolest kid on the block.
Hello, I'm Dr. Blaze, and we're about to warm some things up in here. So fire works because when something is burning, all this energy that's being produced by internal energy and all the molecules and atoms bumping into each other, all the electrons around the atoms get excited too and jump into higher energy states. And so when the atom and molecules fly off from the fire and go slightly farther away, everything cools down a little bit because there's no longer a lot of molecules bumping into each other. So the energy level of the electrons drops. And when that happens, there's a drop in energy of the electron. Because of Newton's third law, something has to be produced to make energy conserved. So energy in the form of electromagnetic radiation, or light, is produced. And so it goes through. And the wavelength determines the color of the light. So depending on how far it jumps, determines the wavelength of the light. And that's how you get different colors from lights.
This revolutionary new product has stood the test of time, and it's worked for thousands of Americans. And it can work for you too.
This is aluminum potassium sulfate. Wow, that was crazy. This is magnesium sulfate.
This is strontium chloride.
Ooh, red.
Ooh, this is real red.
This is copper chloride.
Ooh, God. Oh, that is awesome. Ooh, that's like sparkles. Oh, there we go.
Pyrotechnics are no longer magic, and the scientist is no longer the wizard. Sometimes when things aren't working, you have to go back to the basics of science.
Now, for the chemical part, when the chemicals' bonds are broken by the increase in energy, that energy allows them to break their bonds. And when that happens, light is also released in that explosion of energy. So with that light, the different chemical combinations and all the different chemicals will produce very different forms of light that are very unique to that form of chemical due to the electrons and all the interactions between the mass of the chemicals and their electromagnetic forces. And this will produce different forms of light.
And now I have friends.
It worked for Jimmy, and it can work for you too.
$19.99 for flames. But wait, there's more. We'll even throw our special TV offer of extra chemicals to make your colored flames.